Hello, everyone.
We're coming at you on a
we
okay.
almost lost them.
If it looks a little different today, we did some stuff.
We made some changes.
We have a little
Shout out Red Bull.
Yeah, Bull. It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
So we just wanted to get you guys content a lot earlier than normal.
Yeah, we got some work schedules things going on right now. It made it easier for me to come in on Saturday, record. This will be released.
Yep.
Tomorrow. Well, it'll be available to you probably tonight.
Video and everything else will come up shortly. So
yeah, video will probably be around within the next 24 hours. Other than that, we do have some announcements to make before we carry on into the episode.
Yes.
First things first.
There's a drum roll. We are breaking out, guys. We are doing something that obviously you guys heard last
business
week.
Decisions have been made.
We wanted to do a giveaway. We wanted to do something that Let's Argue has never done before.
I'm going to, in the video for people to see visually, I'm going to pop it in right about now. This is about the first 2 minutes. We're going to put it in. It will show up right now. You will see what it will look like. It will be an image. You will not know the lettering or anything like that, but you will know the color scheme.
For the audio listeners, just think that picture greatness.
It is a Let's Argue custom-made baseball jersey. It's going to have Let's Argue across the front, Let's Argue on the back, and then it's going to have triple zeros.
Yeah, yes, it will. Yep, and it looks great. I'm excited to see it in the flesh. It is going to be coming soon, so
we'll add it to our. Once we get it, it'll be next month is when we will receive it.
Beginning of next.
And we will be creating a post for you guys in order to pick somebody to give it away to. Obviously, once we pick that person, we will get in contact with you personally, and we will then from there, get your information, figure out, when, how you want it, stuff like that. Maybe even get you in on an episode, whoever it will be.
Yep.
Probably get in onto a Skype call, Zoom call, whichever works. Get you in flesh with it on. This is so far just a one-time thing. We haven't decided whether or not we're going to keep doing giveaways. But we are in the talks of merch. We're thinking about creating some merch.
We got some ideas brewing.
Yeah, we have some really cool ideas brewed up. I think what we got going, what we're about to have started, we're going to come up with designs and everything, but we're not going to start releasing merch until we hit 2,000. It's going to be like an incentive for people to tune in. Yeah. We'll have merch created, ready, but we're not going to start releasing it out until we hit 2,000 listens. One, that gives us time. Well, maybe not. Depending on how quick we get to 2,000, it gives us time to come up with ideas and to get it all set up and figured out.
Yeah.
Other than that, please stick around and be patient, because we're going to be creating content. Sunday Talks are sticking around. Another announcement we have to make, we haven't quite figured it out, but we're going to have just about a whole month next month where we're not going to be able to sit next to each other to do the episodes. He'll be gone for a week. I'll be gone for just about the whole month after 4th of July. So with that being said, we're obviously going to figure something out, but we're trying to keep it to where our audio can be crisp and good. We may have to dip away from video. We haven't decided yet for the short period, or just we might just have like a small 3.5 week gap. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. We haven't decided how we're going to conduct the podcast, because right now we're kind of in a rut of me and him combined, we had equipment. Equipment failed. Right now we have enough equipment to run it in one location.
Yeah, so
we're running it. We're going to figure something out to do 2 different locations again remotely where it can sound good and look good.
Yeah, but like I said, to be determined what we're going to do. Then we will give you guys an update for the next week episode, though. Hopefully we try to figure something out by then. And but yeah, we will. Either way, we'll get content out.
We will get content out. Other than that, let's get talking about, like, just last night. We're going to jump straight into it.
So, last night,
for all the basketball fans,
Celtics had a pretty demanding lead going into the third. It was kind of a back and forth battle, but Celtics had the pressure, the momentum. But Steph Curry, this whole game, every single damn quarter, Steph was just killing it.
He was hitting everything.
This was his best performance this entire postseason, in my opinion.
Best performance in a few years.
Well, record 43 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists.
I think the only other time he's gotten this high scoreboard-wise was it was in the finals. He dropped like 47. But yeah, he hasn't had a game like this in a while.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy to see. And I mean, it seems like the Celtics obviously did not have an answer for what Steph Curry was doing. Jason Tatum on the Celtics side, he isn't playing like this is the finals. It's kind of sad to see, but Jason Tatum did not. I mean, he's
not disappointing, but
he did really well.
It's not Jason Tatum numbers.
Yeah, he recorded 23 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Jason Tatum he balled out this game, but it just, for me, it takes time. Like, the first 2 quarters, he's trying his hardest, trying to get everybody involved. Mm-hmm. And then third quarter, he just starts balling out. Fourth quarter, he starts balling out. But it's like almost too late.
I do know it's been brought up quite a few times. He is that you could see it when it is happening. Whenever he gets like a small collision or he lands on the floor weird, his shoulder is pretty jacked up. I wouldn't be shocked at all once the series wraps up, whether they're winners or losers in this situation. But he definitely has something wrong with him. Because one, they keep bringing it up, and it happened earlier in the postseason. Not even in this series. He's been dealing with the shoulder issue, like almost, I want to say, the whole postseason. It's affected the way he plays, which sucks for the Celtics. It's really terrible timing because they really need him to be doing what Curry's doing and matching that energy, and it's not happening. Warriors also made some small adjustments. They're benching Draymond a lot more. Once he racks up his fouls, they don't let him foul out because they might need him. So what they've been doing is once he gets to that foul out number 5, because 6 you're done.
Well, I think Draymond this game they
really limited him a lot.
They wanted him to just be that defensive mind in the paint, which he got 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Draymond did his job out there as a center. Just, hey man, look for the rebounds. Capitalize on an assist to Steph.
Yeah, he's a good setup man, but they went from he was doing 40 minutes plus to now he's in the 30-minute range. I think it worked out really well because Gary Payton, offensively wise, he's the quicker guy on the court. He gives him more of a burst, more of a fast break type of look for the Warriors. Draymond's more of that setup guy, real methodical, slow look. But they both can be utilized at the right times.
Yeah.
Because the Boston Celtics are a really fast team, so to have Draymond on the court, he doesn't really keep up too well with who he's facing against. So he's not really a good matchup because, against the Mavs, it was a good matchup. They were a slow-moving team, so it was easier for him to be matched up with somebody. But one-on-one, Draymond was just getting freaking burned a lot. by multiple guys.
Yeah.
So he's just gotta take it on the chin and sit out when they need him to sit out, and it's worked because the whole fourth quarter was a whole flip.
Yeah.
Because they kept him out most of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, what's crazy to me is that, you mentioned Gary Payton, Jordan Poole still off the bench. Still putting up
super nice.
Still putting up 14 points this last game, which is very crucial because they only won by 10 points.
Now I know I've been watching the games all the way through. One, because I'm a Warriors fan, and two, because it's entertaining and they've been really competitive games. But man, Boston fan base is like one of the most classless fan bases across the board. Not just basketball, but like even baseball. And
I don't know about that.
Let me jump into it. I've never heard a fan base say F you and the player's name. Full blown chant. The whole fourth quarter.
That's Philly for you too.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. They said fuck you, Draymond, for 12 minutes.
Hey man.
Every time Draymond touched the ball, the chant started. Fuck you, Draymond. Like, just the whole game on and off.
I did see a bunch of Twitter posts that Draymond is pretty upset about.
Well, his family is, because his family is there with kids and stuff, and they're screaming, fuck you, Draymond.
No doubt. But this just...
That's pretty, like, there's got to be I feel like at that point the line has to be drawn.
But here's the thing, though. That happens at every single game.
The organization, I think...
It's just...
Not maybe immediate action, but action is going to be taken, unfortunately. But
yeah, but there's too many damn fans that you can...
Well, no, the organization is going to get the burn of it,
no.
Not the fans. The fans are not going to catch any type of shade.
I don't think that'll happen. I think
organization maybe will catch something, because the Warriors that one year when LeBron was coming off the court and the fan said, "How does it feel to be a pussy ass bitch?" after losing the game, and then so. That happened one year, and
but
the organization itself got fined.
I don't think so. If it does, it does. But the thing is, though, the difference between basketball, football, hockey, and everything like that, hockey's kind of in that same realm because you can say stuff right on the glass, and they hear you.
But it's not just small
No
groups.
doubt. It's not
the
as
whole
magnitude.
crowd.
It's not a magnitude to that.
Boston, I've never seen a fan base just chant something that vulgar.
They hate...
out loud.
Oh, I hate's a very strong word. But...
No, they're just being petty.
Like I said, though, with a basketball...
It's
if you've ever been to a basketball game, you can hear literally everything. If you're close to the court, the players can hear it. You see the reaction that LeBron, Steph... all the
they
big
talk
name
back,
guys.
too.
Yeah, they do.
When you have the whole... I've never seen a whole crowd just jump onto this. And it's not a very smart move by the crowd. It's going to cause a lot of backlash in the near future.
It was kind of sad to see, but, it's the finals, man. People are ruthless. They want the city to win.
And, I know... What's-his-face did a segment on it. Pat McAfee. And he was like... He's like, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I've never heard a fan base do that.
Then again, though, remember with the Yankees, they threw all that trash.
Yeah, no, they're right there.
I've never seen a fan base do that either, especially at a baseball game either.
Yeah, baseball fans usually aren't that wild.
Yeah,
they're just not.
Just grab all the trash near me.
Neither is basketball. Basketball is usually not that nuts.
Yeah, but you always have that one fan that just yells
Yeah, you get the one heckler that sometimes comes across the mic and you
got
can hear
the whole damn crowd just saying,
the whole crowd.
Heck yeah.
And they were saying other shit as a chant, through the stadium echoing, and it was so loud. You know how sometimes TV will
you can hear it.
They'll cut off they stopped cutting it off because it would just keep going. So if they cut it off, you wouldn't be able to hear anything.
You know, someone in the sound booth's like, hey, go cut to camera 2, cut the sound. No, you know what? Just screw it.
They just let it go because it was going on for minutes on end. Just fuck you, Draymond. Fuck you, Draymond.
You know, I just want to know, what do you do,
And I imagine the PA is probably on there attention, everybody currently in the arena.
I need you guys to calm the fuck down.
Basically that, like, can we please keep the chants PG?
Can we keep the F-bombs at a minimum, please?
Yes.
Can we do that?
I know they were making them.
Right.
They had to be, and they're making T-shirts of it. Like, Draymond's a bitch. Fucking fuck you, Draymond. And just like, holy shit.
Explicit episode, guys.
Very explicit. But it's explicit because of the fan base.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. But other than that, Golden State walked away with the dub. Going back home.
This is going the distance, like,
yeah,
it's going 6 games already. It's going to have to.
If Steph didn't put up this 40-piece McNugget, we would be looking at Boston.
But it is going as far as I said it was going to go. 5 to 6 game series.
It's probably going to go to Game 7. I think the refs are just brutal.
Right now, people are very even other players in the league are verbally upset
with the refs.
Like on
no
Twitter,
doubt.
literally live
crazy,
tweets
though,
like, "Hey, these calls are like outrageous."
We're bashing the refs right now, but like every single championship.
Here's my thing.
On every
you cannot
sport,
base a win or loss off a bad call because you're gonna have bad calls.
Nope, you can't.
Nope.
No, if you remember this, I don't have the date, but New Orleans versus LA Rams, that deliberate pass interference call. Do you remember? Mm-hmm. People at home, I hope you do remember, because that took New Orleans out from going into it was like
the Super Bowl.
Was it the Super Bowl?
It was
I
to
can't
go to
remember
the Super
if it was
Bowl.
the NFC Championship. But that right there, like, obviously, yeah, like, bad calls will happen.
Yeah, there is that happens here and there, but like people always say, you have to. There's certain people in certain teams, like, you have to, in the back of your head, because you've seen it from experience. Like, if you experienced it happen to other people. So, with that being said, teams should just expect, hey, things might not go our way every time. We need to not put ourselves in a situation where everything is relying on a call.
Yeah, and plus,
I've seen it happen.
Use your challenges wisely.
Games. Yeah,
and if you know this challenge is not like,
there's just some teams out there, they just do it time and time again. Everything always comes down to the last call, and that's why some of these teams, they don't go the distance very well because they're relying on calls. But if Boston wants to sit there and rely on calls, I'm here to tell you right now, the Warriors are taking out their one guy that causes all the fouls.
Yeah,
so with that being said, if they're really relying on getting calls, it's going away.
The Celtics really need to get
stuff
going, stuff online. Like in Game 3, the defense that Boston played was absolutely insane. Williams, Jaylen Brown, they did absolutely insane in Game 3 on defense.
Yes.
This Game 4 was kind of hand in hand. It just seemed like they were never really ahead. They had a good lead, like a 10-point lead. It was
literally a shootout like the whole game.
Which then that kind of turned into hey, you have a demanding lead, now keep it going. Seems like Boston can never keep it.
Neither team never broke 10-point spread.
No, but it was close to that, though.
It was getting to that point.
Yeah, it was
especially
like
towards
an 8 to 9 point.
At one point, it was like 13, 15-point spread, and then like towards the end, Boston kind of like closed it down to a 10 again. Got it down to an 8. It got really tight towards the very end. And then, I mean, Curry was hitting everything. So every time Curry had the ball in his hand, everyone just turned around. They were like, well, that's going in.
So, for sure, Boston needs to get back to that defensive mindset that they had in Game 3 and actually make plays in the paint and as well be on the arc.
And Curry's just one of those guys. You're not going to defend him sometimes. Like, even if you do,
yeah, but the thing is, the refs need to start calling them illegal screens that Steph gets away with.
Well, Steph ain't making the screens.
Obviously not, but that's the play.
The refs ain't calling a lot of screens on the Celtics either.
Yeah, but
both teams are equally doing some shady shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Al Horford is fucking just trampling over dudes and they're not calling shit.
Hey, I mean, Game 3, we saw that. We saw that.
Except Horford didn't get away with it towards the end. He literally stepped on Curry and fucked his shit up.
But other than that, though, going back to Golden State, so Boston, though, does have a tendency they lose a game and they will win a game.
After that loss at home, though, they did give the advantage to the Warriors.
I wouldn't say an advantage because both teams lost a game at home.
But Boston had a chance to close it out.
No, yeah, to narrow down right now it's tied, obviously, to keep up in the lead. But Boston, though, like I said, they have a tendency. They lose a game, they understand it, they come back, and they win it.
What I've noticed is the Warriors are changing their players on the court.
True, but you know what I've noticed is
Clay isn't in as much, and neither is Draymond.
Well, this series is reminding me a lot of Boston and Miami.
Very neck and neck type of situation.
And if you look back at Boston and Miami, Miami would win, Boston would win. Miami would win, Boston would win.
A lot of back and forth. All I got to say, if Warriors really want to close it out, they got to win the next one, and they got to win the one right after and just close it out.
I don't think that'll happen. I think this next game, Boston will win.
If they want to win the series, in my opinion, they got to close it out in Game 6. Like, they got to win the next one. They can't do what they did in the last 2 games. The first 2 games is lose one and win one. They need to go back. They need to hit a 2-game back-to-back to close it out. Other than that, we're going to hit, I think it's time.
Little break?
Little break.
Little break time.
Little break.
All right.
Well, some football and baseball has been happening. Football actually kind of picked up a little bit in the past week, but we're going to talk about baseball first.
So baseball, just right off the bat, Angels broke the losing streak.
Fired their manager.
They did fire Madden, so
that was expected. Everyone's seen that coming.
Yeah, we did talk about that last episode, and let everybody know that more than likely Angels will go the same route that the Phillies are.
And the Phillies did the same exact thing.
Yeah, so that's
their lineups are too fucking good to have that terrible of a season.
Yeah, but yeah, the Angels officially broke their losing streak. They beat Boston on Thursday.
Ohtani doing Ohtani
they
things
went
again.
Straight back to the loss with the Mets, which is Mets are
the best team in the league.
Mets are pretty damn solid right now. Okay,
and that's a DeGrom-less Mets.
And a Scherzer.
Scherzer might be back. I haven't heard. Maybe not.
Oh,
no, he's not.
He's not back.
There's 2 stars out, and the team is at the top.
Yeah.
We're not talking just at the top of the National League. We're talking the whole league. They're sitting at the top.
Yeah, so, but other than that, so Ohtani and everyone are doing pretty damn solid. Mike Trout, I haven't heard back from him. I know he left
they did talk about his struggles.
Yeah, but he actually left, I think, on Wednesday night with a groin injury. So, like, I haven't actually honestly heard if Trout is back and is doing well, but Mike Trout is still in a slump.
Yeah.
Who else is doing pretty damn good right now? Yankees are the first team that broke over 40 wins.
Giants are dominating the Dodgers as we speak.
They beat. I don't think. Are they playing it?
Yeah, they played last night.
Yeah, they played 6-15. They did beat the Dodgers 7-2, but yeah, Yankees are the first team to win over 40 games.
Oh,
so
damn! Man,
they are 40
steamrolling right now.
Yeah, they are 42-16.
Not gonna lie, guys, I've been really tuned into basketball like twice a week.
So
haven't been really paying attention to baseball.
So the Yankees honestly look like they're about to win over 100 games.
Yeah, they're on pace.
Yeah.
I do want to bring up one thing once we get... What's the new kid's name on the Orioles, the catcher?
Isn't it Al Hutchinson or...
No, that's not that. That's not his name. There's somebody else. Forget his name.
No, that's not his name. We did talk about him.
Yeah, because I want to bring something up once we bring up his name.
But while I'm looking up...
So anyways, the new kid... to the Orioles. We all know who he is. I can't remember his name because he's relatively new to the league. But anyways, Orioles called him up. He's a catcher. Well, the Giants sent down Bart because he sucks. Like, he just straight up has just sucked the first 2 months into the season. Hasn't done anything. Batting 200, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, super high strikeout. Yeah, Adley Rutschman. Probably said that wrong. Anyways, gets called up. Freaking Orioles catcher beforehand that was already on the team was only in the league for 2 years. Rookie. Went over to the Giants because the Giants sent down Joey Bart. Joey Bart kind of just basically looking like a bust. So that project is looking like it's come to an end because they brought in Austin Wynns, who was the catcher for the Orioles beforehand. Doesn't have the greatest of numbers, but defensively is solid. But as soon as he showed up for the Giants, killer first game debut. Threw a guy out, got like batted, went like 1 for 3, like killed it on the debut day.
Good for him.
He has a freaking rocket too. I don't know why the Orioles kind of gave up on him that quickly, but
hopefully that won't happen with this young prospect because Adley Rutschman is pretty damn solid.
Catchers are usually rotated in and out of the league relatively quick.
I mean, unless you're like
unless
Pudge,
you're Yachty
Mike.
or Posey and stuff like that, you stay in the league for a really long time. But catchers are kind of like running backs; last a few years and then you get a new one.
Well, I mean the knees, man.
Knees, and they tend to get fat and slow.
Man, Pudge is my guy. Okay, Pudge is my guy.
They're just not the quickest people.
Yeah,
most of the time. Well, because their legs are burnt out 24/7. You're in a squat all day. But Yachty takes advantage of not doing an actual squat. He does the split,
the knee thing,
the knee split. But I mean, yeah, like catchers are hard to come by because you can have a defensively sound catcher, but like it sucks when their offense is just not there.
No doubt. But other than that, Cardinals, they took the lead in the NL Central over the Brewers. The Brewers are kind of on a dry spell right now. They've been losing their past couple of games, which is pretty shocking. Brewers have always been pretty damn solid bat-wise.
Yeah.
Even
but
pitching-wise.
they've always been an up-and-down team.
Yeah, but they've always been consistent. They've never really been the down.
What are they, 5-5 in their last 10? That's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
Cardinals. Cardinals are 5-5. No,
Brewers
you are
are
right.
1-9.
Brewers are 1-9. I read that wrong.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty bad to go 1-9. Everyone else is not even doing that bad. The Brewers really kind of slept.
That's why I said they've kind of been on a dry spell here lately. Somebody that has been really picking it up, that is kind of inching on the Mets' tail, is the Braves. It's just the Mets have such a good offensive lineup.
Braves are expected to be on the up and up.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say expected just because of the loss of Freddie Freeman. They gave away somebody else. I mean,
freaking dude went to Miami. Forgot his name. I know who. I have the face. I don't have the name right now.
Yeah.
But they lost a couple key guys.
But talking about American League, we did speak about the Yankees. First team to win over 40. Last 10, they've won 9. They lost 1. So Yankees are just...
Yankees are going to be a hard team to get
This
by.
is what I'm scared about, is that Yankees get that 100-plus season, awesome, make it to the postseason, lose out first game. Because it's just typical Yankee fashion.
So the thing I'm worried about with the Yankees is not keeping everyone healthy.
Well, I mean, everybody right now has stayed pretty damn healthy, and the home run leader right now is Aaron Judge.
Yeah, he is demolishing them.
First 50 or 60 games that...
I can easily see him. I'm hoping for once someone breaks the single season record.
Well, I mean, Aaron Judge is on pace, just 4 home runs behind. They did a stat, first 50 games, and already hit 22 home runs. Babe Ruth hit 24 in the first 50 games. So Aaron Judge is pretty much relatively on pace.
What's the single season record?
Single season record for
It's
home
70
runs.
something. Like, it was a huge number.
I don't know.
I want somebody to break the single season record. Has it been broken in forever? Barry Bonds.
73.
Yeah, 73 in one season. I think Aaron Judge he's definitely got the build, he's got the build for it, but I don't know if he can just consistently put up the numbers that he's putting up throughout the whole rest of the season. Can he hit a 50 piece? Probably, but to get up to 70,
Yeah, he's 22.
he's at 22 right now. Yeah, I mean, and he's due, if he gets up to the single season record, that right there in itself will get him the contract that he's looking for.
Yeah, Aaron Judge is doing absolutely insane.
But
right now.
I feel like the one player to do it. It'll probably be him.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can get through a whole season though.
He's a monster, and a monster of an outfielder too. So, but other than that, going back to it, I mean that whole division in AL East is pretty damn solid right now. A team that has kind of shocked me is the Guardians. Guardians have done really, really damn well in the past 10 games.
Yeah, they're hanging on.
Yeah.
White Sox are the team that's disappointing me right now.
Yeah, White Sox have really,
They DFA'd Dallas, and
Cubicle.
then ever since then, it's been kind of a downhill
for
look for them.
Other than that, AL West Athletics has really they bombed. I hate to say it.
Yeah, it was expected though.
They've
got rid of
They've
everybody.
lost 10 games in a row.
They got rid of their pitching.
You know what's kind of
staff.
crazy? You know, we're not talking about we're talking about the Angels, but we're not talking about the Athletics having the exact same losing record or losing streak that the Angels have had.
Yeah, it's crazy how everyone's focus is towards the Angels just because they have the freaking Hollywood stars of baseball.
Well,
on
and plus,
the team.
honestly, too, I mean, out of respect, they did kind of just had like one of the best starts of a season.
Yeah, they had historic numbers going, and then they just
Literally just fell off.
So that's what shocked me is how they were so quick to jump that gun to fire the manager. But
yeah,
clear as day, the players did not.
You know what's
like the manager's
a
decision
record
making
start
clearly.
of a season, and then you get to a slump, which in baseball it always
and the
happens.
manager was doing nothing about it.
To be fair, I mean,
I think that's why he got fired is because he was making zero adjustments. Zero.
Yeah, but Joe's a pretty damn good manager of a ball club. I mean, we've seen it with the Cubs, but I mean, with the Angels, I'm just kind of shocked that they really just jumped the gun that fast. I mean, we did talk about it last week.
But now
he should have made adjustments. Obviously, he didn't. Do you think
he just kept him in the spot?
Do you think he knew he was already on his way out?
Maybe it was something was said like.
But do you think he knew he was on his way out?
Or it was the same. They were waiting for his pattern to start, where he's one of those type of people that just like to ride things out, and I think the organization got tired of that method because
it was like, hey, we were like 5 games behind the Astros, now we're 9. Okay, it's time to pack your fucking bags.
And we're about to hit the All-Star break.
Yeah, so
this is when things ramp up. Once that All-Star break happens, it's like a come to Jesus moment for a lot of teams. They either wake up or they just stay in hibernation and just don't make it.
Yeah, I'm really hoping though that the Angels keep going on this losing streak.
Yes.
I would love to see the Rangers go in second. Rangers have been kind of doing bad here lately.
Yeah, it's expected though.
It is expected. Rangers, I'm not expecting anything fancy. I would love just for an 80-game win season. That is asking a lot.
If the Giants right now they're picking it back up, they're getting back on their horse and they're doing what's right.
How are we looking at the Giants right now?
Giants are finally got a series against the Dodgers, and Giants are sitting third this whole time.
Well, they won their first game. They play their second game tonight in the series. It's in San Francisco.
They need to win this series to really make a statement. into the season.
That they do. The Giants need to start.
I want to
picking
say
it.
this is actually the first series of the season against each other.
They do need to start picking it up. I mean, they're
If they can win today's game, which I don't think they've played yet, if they can win today's game, and I think it's a 3 or 4 game series. If they can win the series, I'm not saying win every fucking game. Win the series, that makes a huge impact for the rest of the season, because if we keep winning the series against the Dodgers, that'll make a big impact on who makes the postseason.
No doubt, but Padres are right there.
Yeah, and
in that
the
little
Giants
mix.
really need to work on losing against them.
Well, see, y'all have already lost a series against the Padres.
Yeah, that really screwed us up.
So if y'all
gotta
beat
beat
the
one of
Dodgers,
them.
Padres will go in first. And if Padres keep doing what they're doing, and I mean, last 10 games they won 6 and lost 4. The Padres, who are they playing right now in their series? The Padres are playing the Rockies. So
easy money.
I mean, I wouldn't say easy money. They're still doing pretty damn solid themselves.
Yeah, Rockies are there, but like they're one of the relatively easier.
Well, they're
teams to handle.
they're in last place in the division, but still 25-33. That's But other than that, for baseball, is there anything else kind of going on?
Not really. Football. I think we should jump into football now.
So football-wise, let's just say this now: L.A. Rams.
They just put their three-headed monster together.
So they did the deal with Cooper Kupp. They
Did the
said,
deal
"Hey man,
with-
you're staying."
And
You're
they
staying.
did the deal with fucking Donald, and it
Well,
was
that's been done.
well,
but
that was a 2-year, and they turned it into a 3-year, and then they upped it to like double the money.
yeah, so Cooper, Donald, Stafford, all are paid. Done deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now Cooper Kupp is trying his hardest. You see it on social media right now. He's even publicly have said it. Odell, come back. Let's run it back. Okay.
Odell ain't gonna be able to get paid. They've
Yeah, but here's the
gave
thing, though.
all their money to those three.
Odell has said, and this was last year, this is the team I want to be with. He won a ring, finally.
Yeah,
Got
but
it.
I mean, man, he tore the
And-
same ACL.
No doubt. But here's the thing, though.
we ain't getting
LA
ain't
wants
getting the
him,
same Odell. They ain't getting the same Odell.
if they want him, just as a threat, just as that extra threat, because Cooper Kupp is going to ball out regardless. You know?
Yeah, people do have to remember Cooper Kupp. Also, everyone tends to forget about this, tore his ACL as well before. Back in 2018.
Yeah, and
So
Robert
they're-
Woods.
And Robert Woods. Just putting it out there, it all happened in LA. Their field sucks.
You know what? I mean, they still also have Van Jefferson. That's a wide out there. So
Yeah, they got a lot going on there.
yeah, LA's looking good. LA's looking like, hey, like we're just gonna buy our way back to the Super Bowl, and it's kind of what they did last season. But you can't be mad at them. They did it all. They bought in. They pushed the chips out, all in, guys.
I think they feel like they got
And-
one more in them.
and they won it. Now, and other news though is Denver Broncos. Denver is selling. They're selling their team.
Who's selling it? Freaking.
Well, I can pull up his name. I don't know his name by heart, but they're selling it to the Walmart family. So I believe that it's a done deal. I think there's a couple more processes that have to go out.
Money.
But it's $4.56 billion.
Yeah, because something happened with the previous owner. An allegation came out, or like someone got sued, something like that. I remember reading about it.
But that's pretty insane. So they even actually what is the Walmart family, the Walton family? I think that's what is the it's the family. 4.65 billion. Excuse me. So they even actually reached out to Peyton Manning and asked him to be an advisor for like
Smart.
draft picks, stuff like that. So, and it also has like a contingency of him being a part owner as well in the future. And this is what kind of just pisses me off, is that Peyton Manning, first thought when you think of him, when you hear the name, what's the first thought? Colts.
Yeah, Colts never. Well, I mean, he did bring a Super Bowl to them as well.
So I feel like the Colts, Indianapolis has never given Peyton.
Elway still around?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
but I feel like Colts have never really given Peyton.
It's kind of a trend with the Broncos. Can you tell?
With
Elway, former quarterback. Manning,
Peyton.
former quarterback.
Peyton does live in Denver. He loves Denver.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Then that really explains it. He really invested himself into Denver.
I mean, here's my thing though. We're gonna go into Walmart, guys. You're gonna live in New York.
It's gonna be covered in Denver.
Live in Kansas City. Live in Texas. You're gonna walk into Walmart and see
it's gonna have
just
Denver.
a plastered Denver Broncos area, and then you live in Texas, you live in Cali, you live in the Midwest. There's gonna be that smidge of a rack of your
Denver's
home team
gonna
gear.
be, and then when you go into the Walmart in Denver, best believe
the displays,
the Oreos that you buy are gonna be freaking Denver themed now.
Denver cookies. You could dip the horse mouth and the Bronco in milk.
Yeah, Walmart's gonna be orange now. It's not even blue anymore.
But yeah, that would be absolutely insane. So yeah, Walton and his family entered an agreement to buy the term for $4.65 billion, the most expensive sale price ever for an American sports team.
Yeah. I see.
And you already kind of see the memes. So you're telling us when we go to Mile High Stadium, is there going to be self checkouts to buy our beer? Is there going to be self checkouts?
There is self-serve beer stations.
I'm just saying, you go to Mile High Stadium, like, is there going to be self checkouts for these jerseys? I mean, what's going on here?
They're gonna do the COVID protocol everywhere.
Or is there going to be no cashiers available for anything, just like when you go into a Walmart?
Oh, it's either gonna work out really well or it's not.
Well, I mean, hell, it's kind of crazy.
I mean, yeah, that's a big deal. So those signings happened. Who else got signed? There's someone else got signed.
Hunter Renfrow finally got his.
There we go.
His contract.
And LeBron came out and said he wants to buy a Vegas team or be invested into a Vegas team.
I mean, just wait for Oakland to move.
And Tiger Woods. We rarely talk about golf, but Tiger Woods was labeled a billionaire. LeBron was labeled a billionaire, and someone else was. There's 3 active athletes right now that are billionaires. So, with that being said, they were bringing it up during the game last night. They're like, basketball, with all these supermax contracts and stuff, basketball is probably going to produce the most billionaires in the years to come.
Oh, just because, I mean, the contracts are absolutely insane. And
basketball players last a lot longer than pretty much, other than baseball, other than any other sport.
Yeah, I mean, well, shit, that's arguable now. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's one.
I'm
One
just
of
saying,
one.
But he proved
Tom Brady is one of
yeah,
one.
But he proved
I
he
think
can
it
do
was Brady that was a billionaire. That might have been the third guy.
Well, I mean, his wife's a billionaire, but you can prove it now. Like Aaron Rodgers has said, like, I'm going to go all the way, just like with Tom Brady. I believe him too.
Now, there has been a lot of rumor talk that a lot was brought up between Devontae Adams and why he left, and it was business decision. Devontae Adams is from California. He wanted to be closer to home, to his family, stuff like that, and he wanted to finish out his career closer to home. So Devontae basically said, my career is coming to an end, and Aaron Rodgers, they said they had conversations of, they both agreed that their careers are coming to an end, and he wanted to be able to be on a team that he thought was going to make it. So basically,
I think also emotional wise, like, you want to go back to you have chemistry already with Vegas.
Yeah, and he knew Derek Carr from college.
They played together. They know each other. I mean, you saw the video whenever Devontae actually suited up in the Raiders uniform, had the jersey on. Derek Carr came over like just cheesing, and he just kind of ran up, just hands open, like, come here.
Yeah,
like so happy
they are everyone. I hope everyone knows, like, how lethal he was in Green Bay is probably going to be the exact same in Vegas.
So I'm just going to go ahead and say this bold statement right now, okay? Raiders winning that division.
Raiders? Oh yeah, no, they actually
Raiders
they
winning
had
that division.
This was all they had to do. Like this is them holding the trophy. They
Yeah.
just needed to fucking crush the
I
throats.
fully believe this. If nothing changes in Kansas City,
Not to mention those calls that were made.
very soon, with defensive wise, wide receiver wise, they kind of put a Hello Kitty Band-Aid over the wide receiver.
Yeah, they're like, let me get our week one established.
Let me get a Juju Smith-Schuster. No offense, Juju, or anything like
Hey,
that.
you know what? That could work out pretty well. But here's the thing.
Here's
They
the
picked up
thing.
Watkins and Juju for 1 year.
Here's the thing, though. Juju, you've seen him in Pittsburgh. Yes, Big Ben, Old Ben, whatever you want to say. But Juju, when Antonio Brown left, Juju was, hey, you're wide receiver number one, ball out. He could never really get,
Like, stay healthy and two.
he could never do the double team.
He's a threat.
But he
100%
can
a threat.
never do the double team. If
I think Juju is a much better, like if he was put in a situation, if he was given the situation that Hunter Renfrow has in Vegas, Renfrow is not the number one option.
Darren Waller is.
Well, Devontae Adams
yeah.
is. He has talent all around him, and then he just so happens to be this Julian Edelman 2.0, where he
That's the
can just
thing.
run crazy routes and make catches. Like he's just
That's where I think Kansas City is going to be at a downfall, because at the end of the day, Travis Kelce can only do so much. Travis Kelce he can ball out. He can make or break your fantasy team and the game. 100%.
Not to mention, it is clear as day, the Raiders are investing into the players that they have now. And
Yeah.
they picked up Adams, and Adams believes that team can make it, which it was clear as day just in the past postseason. Raiders were this close.
And I mean,
to make
I
it.
honestly feel like you never know what's going to happen with the Raiders. They have Josh McDaniels, right, as their head coach.
Yeah, and that could really turn them.
And he's
turn
an
them around.
offensive mind. He got Devontae Adams in. I don't think Derek Carr is terrible. They have Hunter Renfrow. They have Darren Waller. If all three of them stay healthy, they could go very far.
Yes.
I honestly feel like Kansas City is the next Green Bay Packers.
Oh yeah,
they
got
won.
their one.
They're going
But
to
they're
always
never
try to
gonna
make
give
it, and they're always going to fall short because of a defensive presence that they don't have.
They don't have it,
And-
and they don't have an X factor really anymore.
I'm going to love seeing Denver with Russ. I don't feel like
he
this
might
year,
pull Peyton Manning and turn them around.
but I don't believe it's going to be this year. I really fully believe that Raiders are going to win.
Let's see how this offseason goes. Too.
I fully believe Raiders are going to win their division.
that
They
division
have,
is super stacked. Though.
Yes, it is. They have the defensive presence. They have the offensive presence. The main guy that I think the Raiders need to be worried about facing twice every single year, Justin Herbert and the Chargers.
Yes, I think people didn't see. I don't know. I know Raider fans understand it, but the Chargers are the kryptonite
Chargers are
to
everyone's
the Raiders
kryptonite, it seems
because
like.
the Raiders struggle so bad. It was proven come postseason time. Raiders barely squeezed by twice.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But other
Chargers
than that,
are a lot better than what they were credited for.
yes. Shit, yeah, so Raiders got that going. Other than that, though, in the NFL world,
Deshaun Watson has got even more cases dropped on him.
Deshaun
More
Watson.
cases.
So let me just say this right now. The most Browns thing that can ever happen,
This guy may never touch the field.
you paid this dude, gave him his contract, fully guaranteed deal.
Signed it. It looks really bad.
They hit up, hey, Baker, yo, can you come to practice?
Baker said no.
Hey, I'ma holla later. No. So
They lost. They lost this.
there's a
team.
possibility that they lost Baker and they lost Deshaun Watson. Baker, hey, like, let me sit this out. Let me go find a team next year. Smart. I get it. You got basically.
I think he's going to get signed by somebody relatively soon.
But
and there's other quarterbacks that are on the talks of being released.
I honestly see. I see Baker going to Carolina.
That could happen, but he's not the only quarterback right now that's going to get
No,
released.
he's not. But I feel like Baker, and I hate this. I see all the comments on social media that the Browns fans are just clowning Baker. But let's not forget that Baker did take the Browns past a wild card, deep in the playoffs.
AFC Championship.
Not AFC Championship.
Not the past season, but I think the season before.
It was going to be going to. Well, was it the AFC Championship?
Yeah, he took them to an AFC Championship.
Chiefs beat him by just a fourth down run, and Cleveland just missed it. And
Cleveland really messed up trying to bring in Deshaun. They gave up a lot. They gave up just about everything. Long story short, they lost him.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson is getting more allegations put onto him. It's not looking good for Deshaun Watson. The league
good, people.
League's going to take action at some point before the season starts. It is expected that they already expected for him to more than likely miss half the season. Now he might not ever touch the field. So, with that being said, everybody, obviously keep your eyes on that. We'll keep our eyes on it. But this pretty much wraps up our talks about everything.
Stay tuned on our Facebook post. Whenever we get the jersey in hand, the giveaway, we will make a post. We will announce it after our episode, and just keep an eye on these social medias. Okay,
yeah, Twitter too. You guys voted on everything. You guys voted jersey over hoodie, and that's why the jersey was selected. Other than that, stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for next week.
One love.